This is the Fantasy Roadshow.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome in to an update from the Fantasy Roadshow. We are your boys here. It's me, Truck, joined as always by Kulz. Kulz, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. I wanted to hop on, talk Bears. I know we had Caleb Williams declaring officially for the draft, and then Mel Kiper was talking to Field Yates, saying like potential trade destinations for Justin Fields, and one of them that came up was the Falcons, and he mentioned a number 8 overall draft pick, so I never heard Fields for a first rounder. So I just wanted to give my take on that situation. I have a very clear take on it now that I've been able to do some thinkings, and there's been more information. But so I felt like it's very topical right now, and let's get on and talk Bears, since after all, we are a Chicago-based podcast. Truck is a diehard Bears fan. I am wearing a Chicago Blackhawks hat currently, as I am a long time diehard Blackhawks fan, Cubs fan. So anyways, let's get into it.
Yeah, absolutely. My first initial reaction as soon as you told me about this, why are the Bears have not made this decision already to trade him for a number 8 overall from the Falcons is beyond me. But that kind of just pushes me towards that idea that there's no way this is real.
Yeah.
There's no way, if that was, they would have jumped on it immediately and take that 8th overall pick. We would lock in number 1 overall, number 8, and number 9.
Yeah.
Which would set us up for great success. So I don't think this is legit.
Right. So let's right. That's what Mel Kiper said. I don't know if that's reality, if that's an offer on the table, or he's just saying hypothetically the Falcons are a team that would want Justin Fields. I'm sure there's some rumblings that like he would fit really well on that team, whatever. I want to talk about the Bears. If you're the Bears sitting in their situation, this is my take on the entire situation. It's Caleb Williams, pure talent. He is one of the best prospects that we've seen come out of college from the quarterback position since Andrew Luck, is what we're hearing, right? And if you watch football, his arm talent is incredible. It's from a talent standpoint, throws that he can make, it's on that level of Mahomes. So from a pure passer quarterback standpoint, he is one of those generational talents. He is a potential, you're drafting him as a Hall of Famer. That's just where his talent lies. I think
agreed.
The Chicago Bears, then you need to evaluate him, bring him in for an interview. And if you think that he has the leadership qualities, the intangibles, the Joe Burrow effect type of leadership and it factor, then he is an automatic pick. Like, the talent is there. So he is a quarterback that could be the face of your franchise for 15 years, something you've never had as a Bear. So if he passes those, that interview, then you have to draft Caleb Williams. No question.
I completely agree. Agree.
That being said, that doesn't mean that they're not in a good spot. If it comes out he's soft, or he doesn't seem like a leader, he's immature, he's some of these things that we've heard about him in the media, which let's be straight, like the media is bullshit half the time. A lot of, so we don't know what to believe. The only way you're going to believe or know what to believe is if you sit down, shake his hand, have a conversation with him. And it's a professional organization. You should be able to evaluate character and make a decision based on that. If he is not that guy, then yes, you trade out, you get even better than what you got for Bryce Young in that one pick last year. And you're confident in Fields and the ability to trade, to draft players, to acquire assets around him to where you can have a winning team with Fields. I still think he's that good. Do I think he's going to be a first round? Like, can you trade him for a first round pick? You should, if that's on the table, right?
Yeah. To me, a first rounder is reasonable, but the number 8 overall just seems a bit ridiculous to me.
Even
Like
a first rounder
back
is
end
tough.
first round, I think that's doable. I think he's shown enough on the football field to warrant a late first round pick with how young he is, with teams needing quarterbacks. So I think first rounder is reasonable, but just a number 8 overall, I don't think that's really possible. But I completely agree with you. And personally, I think Caleb Williams is going to have to really shit the bed during that interview not to get drafted by the Bears. Like really, really bad. Like, so I think they take him over number 1 overall, and we end up trading Fields, and whatever we get for him, I'll be happy with. But I think that's where we're at.
Yeah. So to summarize my take, get Caleb Williams in a room, evaluate his character. If he passes the test, he is a must draft number 1 overall pick. You're drafting him as the face of your franchise for the next 15 years. You're drafting him as a Hall of Fame quarterback, something that the Bears have never had, period. And then you have 4 years of a rookie contract. Stroud in the Texans, he's putting the Texans in a spot for the next 3 years where they can spend around him and win a Super Bowl. That's 100%. What the Niners are doing right now.
It's the winning strategy.
In the NFL, you either need a very competent, good rookie contract quarterback that you can utilize, you can maximize the salary cap elsewhere in those first 4 years, or you need a Mahomes, a Josh Allen, a guy that you're confident paying $50-60 million a year, but that you're getting put anyone around him, any other, pieces in the offense
you're going to win games because of them.
Right. So those are the 2 ways to win Super Bowls. And if you're the Bears, you're in a position where honestly, you could probably make that happen on both sides if Fields is willing to take less money. However, Caleb, generational talent, Hall of Fame talent, we'll see what his character is. He gives you the best ability to accomplish both of those. You have 4 years of spending money elsewhere, and then you can sign him to a max deal after he wins you a Super Bowl, and you're confident that you have a Mahomes-esque guy that will take you to the playoffs every year. It is a no fucking brainer. That is it could not be more clear to me that is the correct decision. So yeah, I wanted to get on, say that. I wanted to hear your thoughts on this news today, and hopefully get you excited for a 2024 Bears season.
Well, what got me really excited, Mike, because early on in this whole process with Caleb Williams being talked about, it was said by a lot of people that Caleb Williams came out and was like, if the Bears have the number 1 overall pick, I'm staying in college. I don't want to go to the Chicago Bears.
Bullshit.
Whether that was true or not, I have no idea. But for him to come out and say that he would be honored to be drafted number 1 overall by the Bears, that I know that you just sent me something about it, but that put a smile on my face. Like, I think this is actually going to happen. I think the Bears organization are going to start taking steps, turn things around. And, it would have been nice to get rid of Eberflus and bring in another coach like Vrabel or something, but beggars can't be choosers. So I'll take what I can get. Caleb Williams, number 1 overall. And then whatever we can get for Fields, link that up with a Malik Neighbors or Romo Dunze, and then a guy like Joe Alt or someone, big tackle to pair with our tackle from last year. I think the Bears would be in a good spot next season.
Yeah, and Flus, like if he can spend time in that defense and he has somebody he can trust at OC. So here's my final take. If the Bears draft Caleb Williams, they trade, even if it's a second and third rounder for Fields. If they trade Fields, draft Caleb Williams, bring in a Neighbors type at that 9 pick, and then have Shane Waldron come in as OC from the Seahawks, bring in Shane Waldron. I will say right now that the Bears made all the correct offseason moves, and I am back in as a hometown Chicago Bears fan. Bear the fuck down.
Let's go. Next season will be awesome. I can't wait. I'm excited for that. This whole draft season is going to be great, man. You guys need to tune into the road show. We're going to be covering it all off season, covering it all during season. Everything you need to know is you can get it here from the road show. So please like, subscribe, follow us on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, you name it. We're there, spreading the word. So Kulz, you got anything else before we sign off?
No, buckle up and hopefully bear down.